go right into Mr. Crowley. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I was just into the song.
He's really losing himself in the keys. Mitch and Keegan, great to see you both.
Good to have you back.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Good to be here.
Have fun, gentlemen.
What a treat it is to be played on the stage by these cats.
Yeah.
It's glorious.
Amazing.
How y'all doing?
Hey, everybody.
Okay, we're missing a limb today.
Jay, what's his name?
Yeah, Jake's not here, unfortunately, so we're kind of be
Jason
gentle. Be gentle with us.
John Abel.
John.
His name was John.
John.
He's not here.
He's not here, unfortunately.
He chose not to be.
He chose.
Oh, no, he's not. No. I'm not going to spread rumors.
No, let's spread rumors.
Okay, yeah. He didn't want to be here. He said he's told us to tell you. He's
You know, he's kind of, when we do these things, he's a little bit at the end that runs us. So,
sort of the moderator, mediator.
Yeah, and he's also an obstructionist too. He's
a little bit of he's in the way.
He kind of messes things up. He's in the way. So, you know, to get through one of these things is...
I feel better that he's not here.
I'm ecstatic. So
someone record that and send that to him.
Jake, how nice it would be if you weren't here.
You know what? Let's do a video. Hold on. I'm gonna go. Hold on. Let's do it. And then you guys. We'll figure it out.
We have no idea what we're doing here.
Hey, Jake, what's up, man? We just feel a lot better that you're not here right now, and everybody else is really stoked.
We're now realizing, Jake, that you're really not good for the trio.
Yeah, we decided you're out. You're out.
You're done.
All right. Yeah.
Adios.
But we do miss you. But we do miss you. We love you, man. We love you. We love you.
Really. Love you, brother. We miss you.
All right. That was great. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, thank you for participating in that.
He plays my dad on TV. Oh wait, I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Oh shit.
They're like, I'm kidding. My favorite color is orange. Give it up for the orange. Where's the blues at? See, I knew. What about red? Not that many red. Very powerful color, not that much. Purple.
Oh, we're in Minnesota. What do you
I guess that's very true. So,
you probably, we're going to quit mumble.
Yeah, let's get some questions.
Ask some questions and we'll mumble some more. Who's first?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Was it really red flags?
I'm blind.
My question is, what is your guys' go-to dance move, and can you please show us?
Not a chance in hell. Well, if you watch a thing that I kind of work on, you would have seen my best dance move. Last thing that I did on it. So.
You just did a dance move walking up here, though.
I'm dancing. I'm dancing all the time.
He dances a lot, actually. In life. I can't tell you where he dances. But I've seen him dance a lot. He's a good dancer. He's a very fine dancer. Classic. Something like very...
Prove it.
How do you say stripper about it. Yeah.
Exotic dance.
Give a gram.
Very exotic.
It's exotic.
Yeah, no, dancing. Yeah. Do you have a favorite move? And show us.
What's your move?
If you guys show the crowd, then I'll show you guys. Show me first.
I can do the shimmy. How did that make him
Listen, at my age, I'd hurt myself.
Wait, I used to know how to do, when I was like 8, I learned this move in my bedroom. Hold on, let me show you. I was 8, and I didn't have YouTube yet.
Yeah. Thank you for your question.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're not gonna give me the dance. Nice try. Hi, how you doing?
Hey.
Good,
Go on.
I just want to say first, I've been a huge fan of you, Keegan, since you're on that show with some girls. And Mitch, since you got a fish stuck in a special spot.
Ouch,
when you worked
ouch,
as a doctor.
ouch.
My question for you is, what cast member in all of your careers have you had that, without fail, can always make you laugh?
I mean, Jared is ridiculous. I mean, I would say Ashley Benson was very funny. He was a prankster. But Jared is on another level. And Jared and Jensen together,
It's ridiculous.
it's illegal. I don't know how this is still running. This should be banned. This should be banned. I'm gonna start a strike because I laugh too hard at Jared and Jensen again. No, they're so funny together. But yeah, I would say Jared.
Well, their humor is so smart too.
So
sometimes. But yeah, I'd have to say Jared too. So, I mean, I've worked with both of them, and they're both very funny. Together, they're hilarious. So, yeah, I'll go with that.
Hi. So first, I just want to say the show that we can't talk about was like the first show that I could really sit down and bond with my dad over. So thank you. If you could go anywhere in the world at any time, like in the year or just any year, where would you go?
Okay, wait.
Where would we go? Anywhere in the world?
It could be like any time period.
Oh, any time period.
Wait,
Yeah.
how long do I have to stay?
However long you want.
So
you
you
don't
just
have to like live the rest
am
of
I in
your
like a little bubble?
Yeah.
So I'm not like affected by anything?
No.
Because if you're talking about primordial stuff, like I would just cry. But if I'm in a bubble, I can just like witness it, right?
Yeah. You're not affected by anything.
Dude, Antarctica, but like 5 billion years ago. Like when it was Pangea or Laurasia. It's so cool to see that, right? I don't know. Everyone's like France. I'm thinking outside the box, baby. I want to see some stuff. Or Point Nemo at night would be terrifying. It's the furthest point from any landmass or anything. Super spooky. But I would just want to go there and be like, and then just be like, okay, I'm out, you know?
California back in the 60s was pretty cool. I can't remember much of it, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe I would do yours and actually stay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, how are y'all?
Well, thank you.
Question. So I just turned 26 last week. I've been asking my friends and family and coworkers advices on like what advice they give themselves when they were to themselves at 26. And I've gotten some variety of good, solid answers, and I just wanted to ask like, what advice would you give yourselves at 26?
You know what you should do, actually, is close your eyes, like do this alone, obviously, don't do it right now. But like, go into a room close your eyes, and just imagine yourself at, 80. And just think of what you would want your life to have been when you were 26. And go through all of the things that you would have lost up until that point. And then when you come back into reality, you'll have a newfound appreciation for where you are in life, for the people in your life. Because everything's temporary. I mean, this is all temporary. Like, everything right now will eventually be gone. Not to be a downer, it's a beautiful thing, right? That's why we should embrace the moment. And I think taking that kind of look back on a macro view will give you such an amazing appreciation for where you are, what you've overcome, and how much you could compare your life to who you were before you turned 26. I don't know.
I'm having a hard time remembering 26. I just, I think I just tell myself just to make sure that you're nice to people and you behave properly and treat people right. Simple thing, really simple thing. A lot of people in the world don't get it. So
Behind this, yeah. Goes on. Thank you.
Is that a shitty answer? Hi.
You're doing great. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so I have been surprised at the amount of good music I've had this weekend at this convention. Like, I did not expect to hear Copperhead Road last night, for example. It's been great. What are your musical tastes like right now? What are you listening to?
I'm listening to a lot of blues. I listen to a lot of country down in Austin. I listen to a lot of country because it keeps me in Bottom's head, in a character's head that, a character's head that
That guy.
you know what I'm saying. Jesus Christ. This is hard. So I'm listening to country. I'm listening to Joe Bonamessa, and I've been singing a lot of his stuff lately. So I'm learning some of his stuff. 'Cause every day I play the guitar and I sing at home. And I wish they wanted me to, because I sang Raspberry Beret at one of the cons, and I wasn't able to be here last night. I probably try to sing it for you all.
You can sing it now.
I need no, it's okay. I need these cats. But I just I like a lot of old rock and roll. I think we were talking about possibly me singing some Elvis that I suggested Jailhouse Rock because I think these guys would kick ass. I know they would. But so I mean, I've got a very eclectic taste in music. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I would turn you guys on to, I really love live Grateful Dead. Huge fan, yes, we got one deadhead. 2, 3. But I've been really listening to a lot of Damien Rice, Elliott Smith, Ray. Oh, I love that you guys know them. Amazing, yes, let's go. I really have been enjoying Grungebin, Coulter Wall, and I've been listening to. I really suggest some of you do this. Listen to some classical music like Bach, Beethoven. It's really crazy.
So good.
It's crazy that they just made this music. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi. Hello. How you doing?
Hi, I first of all want to start thanking Mitch for maybe triggering my obsession with smooth-headed gentlemen.
I never want to say anything, but
We appreciate how Finn intervened there. But this question is geared a little bit more towards Mitch. It's because of my obsession with a other series that may have involved government. But would you put yourself in a scenario where you need to go somewhere where you need backup? Who would you rather have be your backup, Mary Winchester or Dana Scully?
that's just a mean question. Well, I had more interaction with the latter, so So I can't say her name. With the ladder, so probably her. And I didn't really, I mean, it's like, oh, shit.
Oh, the full spin.
Oh, full spin, you got, I can't even talk about that, what we do, you know, it's like, we do this show, anyway, yeah, probably her. Yeah, you bet. I don't know if you guys know this, but we do this show, it's like, well, every time we come into the shot, we try to get as many 360s as we can.
Jared started that.
He did. So if you go back and watch this thing, you'll notice there's a lot of scenes where we come in, dude, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There's one where I picked up a woman who plays my wife. And then I swung her, I think I did like a
720.
20.
Yeah.
So we try to one up each other every time we do those things.
Spin around a lot on
It's just, we're children. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
So this question is for Mitch. It's for my mom, who is currently upstairs babysitting my puppy. She was obsessed with a certain show about the extraterrestrial, and her favorite person in the whole world who dated the company. So I was wondering if you had any funny stories for her.
No.
The picket line, we'll walk over it. We'll get blow darted. Navigated. It'll be a fun thing.
I got nothing. To the point I even forgot the question. Yeah, Dave's actually a really funny dude. He's very, very smart. He's got a wit that is razor sharp, and so he made me laugh a lot too. So yeah, I mean we have a lot of laughs. God, I can't even say that. Shoot. Yeah, there's a lot of funny stuff that happened. Can't tell you anything. I'm so sorry, this is so hard.
There's something like almost like kind of charming about it though. Like it's sort of charming that we can't, but then you can imagine what he might have said.
I'm sorry for crappy answers like that. Thank you.
It's like crazy.
Hi.
Hello, this is kind of a long-winded question. First of all, I want to preface it with my oldest child's name is Julia Johnson. And
I'm sorry, can you crank up the volume a little bit?
Julia Johnson.
Julia Johnson is the name of my firstborn.
Okay.
And my question is, have you ever watched any TV series that had a loved one with the same name as someone as a character in a show?
Oh, okay. It's. Have we ever watched a show with one of our loved ones' names in a show?
Yeah.
Or with Julia Johnson?
No.
'Cause I was like, my Rolodex in my brain was like Julia Johnson. I was like about to go on IMDb and be like, have I ever worked with a Julia Johnson?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, I don't. I mean, I know.
Like through our lives.
Any
Oh.
show you watched, if there's been someone in the show with a name of a loved one, and you kind of connected with that character because they share a similar name to someone that you know.
I don't think so.
My character's name is what I call my cat. I go, William, that's a bad man. But that's my character's name on. Oh wait, I can't. They're waiting for me backstage, like two people just come out and like call me off. I'm like, no.
Ron is presently here on stage, and he's just spilling the beans. Spilling the beans. Gotta get him off.
They're like, there's like a red dot on me right now. Yeah, my cat. My cat has a name of it. Thank you so much, though. Julie Johnson's a great name.
Very cool, man. Thanks. Hi.
Hi. So, there's this whole kind of thing. I'm a librarian, and this whole thing going on with banned books. I have a book question for you guys. So, what is either your favorite book or the book that had the biggest impact on you?
Yes, this is the kind of, dude, I live for this. Let's go. I really enjoy Fyodor Dostoevsky's entire canonical library. Probably one of my favorite books is The Brothers Karamazov, which is his seminal piece. It's about faith versus reason. It's an incredible book. If you haven't read it, it's one of the greatest novels of all time. And then I would also say Where the Red Fern Grows is a great reread if you've read it in high school and in college. It's not on the collegiate level of reading, but I would say it's just one of those books that'll really it'll get you. If you haven't read it, read it. If you've already read it as a child, read it in your adult years, and it's just so spectacular.
There's also a lot of sequels to that one. I think there's like 5 books, if I remember.
Yes. Mitch is like, I don't read. No, you read, right?
Well, that's I was incredibly inspired by the little train that could. It's kind of pushed me through life, and you're so fucking smart.
No, I'm not. Can I say something? The more that I've read, you're a librarian. You read. You probably read like a lot, right? You're always like, reading something.
Yes,
right?
I currently have a book club book with me, and I'm reading it in between meals.
Amazing. I'm in 3 book clubs, and I've realized that the more that you learn, the more you realize I actually don't know anything. I know nothing. No, I'm not being serious. And it's like a horror movie inside of my brain of existential dread of like, oh, I thought that the things that I knew are just their motifs. I'm in a diorama, and now I'm getting a little too. You know what? Another really good book, and I'll end it with this because this one's really fun, and I really highly suggest it to anybody. It helps you with grief, it helps you with joy, it helps you with all kinds of things in your life. There's a book by David Eagleman called Sum, S-U-M. It's short stories of the afterlife, and they're 2 pages long. Like some of the stories are 3 pages long, and it will blow your mind. It's incredible. It's very fun bedside read. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I asked Meg and Drake and Jojo this question yesterday about their show that cannot be named. So I'm going to ask you the same thing about your show that cannot be named. What was your initial first reactions of your castmates?
When we first met.
When you first met each other? Whether that was at a chemistry read or first.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal with that. We started shooting during. We started working on this thing during COVID, and so we weren't allowed to socialize with each other or even drive to work in the same car or anything. So when we were on the set, we didn't. When they called cut, we didn't leave. And I actually had one of our producing director come up because I've never seen a cast that when you call cut doesn't just don't haul ass off to the trailers. Well, this was the only time that we had to really be together and get to know each other, and we relished the relationships that we were beginning to develop because we were so restricted in being able to do that. So, and he came up to me because I've never seen a cast that does it. And it's like, we wanted to, and first of all, I was, with Jared. And so I know that, I knew what was happening there. Just Jared and good relationship. We've known each other for a long time, so I knew what I was getting there. And then when I met the rest of the cast and realized that we had no divas in the whole bunch. We had a bunch of people that really wanted to work hard and were happy to be there, and it was. I will say this is the finest experience that I've ever had in 40 years. And it goes to the cast, it goes to the crew, it goes to the producers, the writers. We don't call it, but the rest of the shows, other shows call us Disneyland, because it's the happiest place in the industry. And I think everybody recognizes that too. So it's what we got lucky. We got lucky.
I agree.
What is your favorite sport, and in that sport, what's your favorite team or player?
I love this question so much. Oh man. What is this?
I'm watching a lot of sports right now.
Oh, I wish that I watched sports. Dude, I love the.
I'm watching a lot of all of us on this thing. We're going to watch a lot of UFC. So
UFC.
Yeah. So I think that's probably the sport that I watch the most. Boxing, I don't really.
But boxing is boxing during Mike Tyson era. I love that.
Yeah.
My dad would be like, "You want us to do something crazy?" And I'd be like, "What?" And he'd be like, "Come on, let's go over to..." And we'd go over to his friend's house and we'd watch boxing, and I was just like, "Oh my God." Because you never see anything like that as a kid. I mean, I never saw someone like Mike Tyson punch someone before. I would say boxing, Mike Tyson era, for me.
That's a good answer.
Insane. Just so entertaining and insane.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
All right.
Hi, Keegan, in reference back to your Grateful Dead thing.
Yes.
Are you going to be in DC?
I won't, but I saw them in the forum.
Jacksonville? Will you be in Jacksonville?
No, I followed them
Right,
when they were...
Nashville. No, I mean, just...
Oh, yeah, I'm going to this. Oh, I see. This is how the Deadheads are. Like, I thought you were going to be like, are you going to the show in... And I'm like, oh, I already went and I saw them for 5 nights. Yeah. They're great.
Okay, well, in DC, I'll bring you some old Jerry and Bobby photos I took like over 30 years ago.
Jerry Garcia and Bobby Weir. Sorry. Amazing. Incredible. Music history, right?
Yeah, but anyway, most people don't realize they have like over 100 songs, and they let you record and take photos, so there's all kinds of great quality live stuff.
There's a Cornell 77 that people dispute being even real.
Anyway, I'll bring you some photos. And Mitch, my question is, when the band comes on, is there any way you can see if they'll do like 15 seconds of Jailhouse Rock? Can you say maybe like 15 seconds?
Well, I don't know if they're ready for that. You know.
Come on! Or Raspberry Beret.
Well, I don't know. We'll see what they're up for. They may want to just get us off the stage now. It's like, I love it. Yeah, the thing.
Hi. My question is, out of all the people you've worked with, like past or present, just based on like vibes alone, who do you think would be the best at bowling?
At what?
Not at bowling.
Well, I'll tell you, everything that I've ever tried to compete against David Duchovny and kicked my ass, including bowling. And so I'd probably have to say him, but I did. I finally won one up because he did everything we did. He crushed me at it. And but I drew a picture of my wife. I did a sketch of my wife, and I sent it to Chris, and I sent it to David. And he texted me back, and he goes, "Well, I can't do that." So I gotcha.
Vibes alone for bowling. That's a good question. Like, who has vibes for bowling? Like, I've never met someone like, you know, like, you'd be like, I have a vibe with a very good person, but for bowling. I feel like Jared, I'm just gonna go to Jared. Jared's good at everything. I feel like Jared would just be good at bowling. Like he'd be like, oh, I've never bowled before, but like I'm gonna try real quick, and then he just like bowls a strike every time. He's like, I don't know.
He's ridiculous. He came over to my house and we played ping pong. It was the first time we played ping pong. Mistake. Big mistake. I could not return. I think we played like 4 or 5 games. I think I maybe scored 2 points in all those games because he's got a serve that you can't return. So he's no longer invited to my house. That's how that shit works. Yeah.
I will say, I work at a bowling alley, and Jarpad has bowler vibes.
Yes. Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The question is for Mitch. So Mitch, you've been around for quite a while. When I was growing up, one of my favorite shows was about a team that would drive around in a black van. And I think you appeared with them once early on. My question is, how exciting was it to get those first gigs? And did you ever meet, I can't think of his last name, Mr. T or something like that?
No, I never did. I don't think I ever worked with any of the main cast on that. And it was really basically a background role. I think I maybe have one line, but they did refer to my character as Bullet Head. Thank you. So as a result of that, anytime, and they don't, back then they didn't give, when they still don't, they don't give characters like that names. It's Thug number 1, Thug number 2, or Heavy number 1 or 2. So on our show, on this show, this thing, I've asked the producers and the writers when we have somebody come on a show like that, give them a name. You know, because to me it was like, yeah. Well, what role did you play on that? Oh, I was Thug number 1. But I think it's just they should be given names. So there's no reason not to. But that was I worked with David Hemmings on that. He directed that episode, which was pretty amazing. I don't know if you remember when David Hemmings is. Look him up. He was an actor who became a director. But an amazing talent. But that was very, very early, and that was almost right after I first got out to California from Texas the first time. Yeah, but yeah.
Hi, I was first saying this. Our TV screens does not do your guys justice. And not only Jerry, but Jensen, Misha, every one of you is like wonderful movie. I met Jeff last time, and I was amazed by the size of his biceps.
Me too.
I'll tell you what, to hug Jared it almost hurts.
It's not almost.
He's like granite.
It still hurts.
Yeah.
But the point is, I asked Jeff, not Jared, like, how long do you, like, how many hours do you spend every day? Exercise to get fat. You know, he said like 2 to 4 hours. I was like, that's not inspiring. I can't believe it. So you guys are also like, you know what I mean.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
How many hours do you guys work on?
I've got a gym in my house, so I'm in there a lot. Whether I'm doing cardio or lifting weights, or just doing abs, so I'm 72 years old, and I've taken care of my body. And I've been saying it's like you take care of your body, it'll take care of you. You know, and I've done that. And I went through a bad period where my shoulder was toast, and Jared's brother replaced it for me. Bless him. And so I'm finally, and for a long period I couldn't work out at all. And it was torture. And finally, after my shoulders is ready to go again, I'm back lifting weights. I got my body back. I feel good. I said to my wife the other day, I said, honey, I feel so good. I said, I feel like I finally got my body back. And she started crying. Because she knows how bad, how much pain I've been in for so many years. You know, but so yeah, I spend. And my wife is a trainer, so I have to wait for her to get out of the gym. So because she trains people online or over Zoom. Thank you, God bless you. Thank you. And so she goes in and does her training, and then when she's done, I go in and spend. You know, I'm usually in there for like probably two and a half, 3 hours.
Yeah, probably. I would say I got really passionate about bodybuilding and lifting and health and wellness. So I'd say, and I also have a gym at my place too, but I go to the gym and all my friends are either IFBB pro bodybuilders or they're in the gym like 2 to 3 hours a day. I love it though, it's a passion. It's not a sickness. I'm not like sick in the head or anything. I'm in there.
Did I just tell you guys, if you saw him with his shirt on, this guy can compete. He is ripped. I mean, this is ridiculous. He's not small either. It's like he's just. It's impressive. And that's another reason why I'm working out so hard to keep up with these young shits. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I'm Dana. I took a picture with Keegan earlier. And I just want to say quickly too that he's like the nicest guy. So like definitely recommend if you have an opportunity to take a picture with him, do it. He's very sweet.
Thank you. I'll pay you afterwards.
Are we agree on like 50? Was that the?
Yes. Wait, don't say that into the mic.
But my question, I guess, is for both of you. I mean, I've watched, or I've like, I guess, like I've seen Keegan since I was like in 9th grade. And I'm 29 now, so, or about 29. And, but I just wanted to know if were like your favorite places to travel, and when you ever travel with people that you've done projects with, and what were some of your, I guess just like favorite places to travel and stuff?
Well, my wife and I just went to Tuscany just recently. It was glorious, and I've got my ancestry is Italian, and I was thinking, you know what, I think I'm going to get an Italian passport. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But I spent a lot of time overseas. I was working on DoD contracts for a long time before I started acting, so I was in the Middle East for a long time. I was in Turkey for a while. Turkey's a beautiful country. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can travel that safely as an American right now. But the Greek islands are absolutely stunning. They're amazing. And the south of Spain is pretty glorious too. That's where I proposed to my wife. And Marbella. But so Marbella, Spain is pretty glorious. There's a lot of wonderful places to go. It's the world right now is becoming tough to be able to do it. You know, to go places that's safe to be. Unfortunately, it just breaks my heart because I would love to be able to take my wife and daughter to Turkey and show them some of the things that I grew up experiencing. But I don't believe I can do that right now. So it's crushing.
I was in Japan in 2006, but I would say places where you said I go with my castmates or like travel a bunch. I really have enjoyed the upper coast line of California, not inland upper coast near the cities, but like the wilderness territories are really beautiful. They're really spectacular, almost mystical, those forests there. And I've gone there with a lot of my castmates. Ian Harding, whatever. He played, you know what, fuck it. And I would go bird watching. It's called ornithology. I'm not ashamed. We would look at birds and he'd go, "There's a Stellar's Jay," and I'd go, "God damn it." We're still looking for that California condor, and you know, one day I'll see it. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Medical show. If you guys were going to be doctors, what would you want to be doctors of?
I'm sorry, you said again?
You were on a certain medical show, Mitch. If you guys want to be doctors, what would you want to be doctors of?
Yeah, thank you. Man, I don't know. Well, you know, I'll take a lead from Jared's brother Jeff. I'll be, you know, maybe an orthopedic surgeon, because you know what's amazing to me is he's an orthopedic surgeon and he's bigger than Jared is. His hands are huge. I'm thinking to myself, how the hell did you get those hands into my shoulder? Do what you did. I mean, it's amazing. He is huge. He makes Jared look like a little boy.
Yeah, Jared is gargantuan.
Yeah, to us, it's like
Giants. They're
I'll
giant.
go with that.
Orthopedic surgeon. Can I be a doctor of magic? Wizardry? I want to learn how to make magic stuff and be a doctor. Like you go to my office and they're like, "My knee hurts," and I go, "Shoo." And then their knee's like a leaf. So it's like a magician. Alright.
Magician.
That's what the doctor of magician. Nothing gets healed.
Doctor of magic.
That would be a good show. That would be a good show. Just be like,
Probably never done it before.
yeah. They've never done it. Have they done it before? No, they probably have. Anyway. Thank you.
Alright. Are we doing okay with that Jake up here?
Jake.
Doing great, Mitch.
He's here.
I got
Jake
one.
Boo. Yeah, baby. Alright.
You gentlemen are working right now.
Thank you.
Well,
Don't
it's
put
gotta
it.
be driving you crazy because you're used to, you know, like working ungodly hours. I'm just wondering, besides working out, what do you do with your time?
He's like a therapist.
You know, actually, we don't work ungodly hours because on our show, we got an executive producer who's just decided that this crew's going to work a maximum of 12 hours, and they get to go home to their families, and they're very, very happy about it.
Yeah.
As we all are. That's the way it's do. And I think he's probably standing backstage right now, so. Yeah, like I said, I play my music a lot. I do a lot of art. I paint, I draw, I smoke a little pot. Before I play my music. So, anyways, I just busted myself. I'm sorry. I'm no fun. I've been doing it for 54 years.
I'm kidding. I smoked blunt before I got on stage. I'm kidding. That's not legal, right?
I gotta go back.
Anyway, well, I guess
I feel like now that you, I didn't want to interrupt the weed conversation. I was going down an uplifting road.
I think everything just went up in smoke.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Keegan and Mitch.